I did not have the music up. We still have 27 fucking minutes? Man, my storage is a bitch. Nope. And if your mother hadn't explained to me just how lonely you were while I was away with my father, I might not even be here right now. I still feel bad about that. I had no idea the mirror was a keepsake from your grandmother. Paul takes my hand in his. You have no idea how many times I've regretted doing that after I saw you cry. I should hope so. Revenge. Much, but it's cute. No matter how often you went away, I got used to the loneliness while you were gone. I catch my breath at the painful look in his eyes. You're giving me that look again. Listen, I'm not trying to blame you. I just want you to realize I've wished to be with you ever since we were kids. Understand? Yes, I understand. Okay then, let's change the subject. And since we're on a date, work strictly prohibited. Would you like to hear about your father? Paul asked, gazing calmly into my eyes. Sure, that's right. You were working with him before you came to Caldeo, weren't you? How's he doing? My father is considered an authority in animal ecology. I highly apologize if I pronounced that wrong. As a veterinarian, Paul managed to connect with him at his previous job. Yeah, he's doing great, and definitely still worthy of his hero status. I can tell from Paul's enthusiasm that he honestly respects my father. I imagine that will never change. My appreciation of his work hasn't lessened any since the days when we used to gaze at illustrations from his study. I remember that. We'd hide under the comforter with a flashlight and spend all night with those books, wouldn't we? That's right. They were so captivating we couldn't put them down. We had to hide so we wouldn't get scolded for staying up past our bedtime. It seems to me we usually got caught anyway. I remember your dad once bringing us another book and telling us this one's much more interesting. It'll be broaden. I can't pronounce words. It'll be broaden your knowledge. Oh yeah, I've forgotten about that. Afterwards, all three of us sat there flipping through several books together. This is cute, but Paul still wants you, MC. Oh dear. Paul and I spent quite a while talking about the past. Even every so often, we glance at each other and smile. And it seems for a moment as if we have traveled back in time. The voice. Following a thoroughly satisfying dinner at Carlo's, we decided to work off our meal with a walk along the harbor. Sure is quiet. All I hear is the sound of waves. You're right, the stars are really bright tonight too. I brushed the hair from my eyes and glanced up at the night sky. Wow, they look beautiful. All that's missing now is a shooting star or two. Caldeo is surrounded by nature, and once you get out of the city, I imagine that helps keep the air clean. It's a wonderful place to live. I still can't believe my dream of moving here happened so quickly. And that you're here with me. You son of a bitch, are you gonna make a move on MC? I'm sure he will. Me too. Suddenly, Paul stops walking and turns to face me. It surprised me how beautiful you've become since we last met. Don't say such a thing with a straight face. Why not? Because it makes you see me differently, perhaps? This abrupt turn in our conversation leaves me speechless. Then, without warning, Paul steps in front of me, hiding me behind his back. You're invading our privacy. Please leave, he calls out sharply. Peering into the darkness, I see a man step from the shadows. He's holding up a camera. Was he trying to sneak pictures of us? How long has he been there? Oh, good evening, Dr. Morgan. What a surprise running into you here. It's him! I realize when I hear his voice, I've seen this man once before. That's the man Timo and I saw talking to Paul the morning we went to the Dolphin Center, isn't it? As I recall, his name was Andrea Lee. Is he following Paul around? What would he be doing that for? There's no need to be alarmed, Mrs. Seeley Rose. Why does he know my name? Better not be photographing us without our permission. Let me see your camera. You don't really believe I'd hand over my trusty companion simply because you asked, do you? Andrea sneers at. I don't know if it said again, but I skipped that. Damn it. I gotta learn not to skip lines so quickly. Well, I'll be going. Next time, I'll have to hide more carefully. Hold it! Paul appears ready to chase after Andrea, but stops after turning to look at me. He then tightly wraps his arms around my shoulders. I'm sorry, that must have been scary. Don't worry though. You're safe with me. Thanks. He gave up chasing Andrea when he saw how worried I was, didn't he? The biggest question is, what's going on here that I don't know about? It kind of killed the mood for our walk. I'll call us a car. Okay. Paul immediately pulls out his phone and starts dialing. With his free hand, he continues gently rubbing my upper back. I find his warmth incredibly comforting. No, sweetie, I want you with the other one, not him. Several minutes after Paul hangs up, the same car I saw him riding in earlier arrives. Oh, I better get this last story ticket in. Please. The two of us climbed in, and just as we starting to relax, Paul's phone rings. This is Morgan. Oh, hello, Josh. That's right. We're out at the moment. It's Josh? I wonder what he wants. Paul's expression turns serious, causing me to become concerned. Thank you, Josh. Yes, I will. The conversation remains short, and when he hangs up again, I immediately ask, oh no, where's my shiny book? Which one leads to the other one? What happened? What did Josh say? Okay, so what happened is Timo's story. And if I don't freaking hurry with the story ticket, it'll almost be 10 minutes. But I want to get at least one story ticket free. Oh no, 9 minutes. Better hurry. Paul, what happened? Is something bad? There's nothing to worry about. There's nothing to worry about. Words. He smiles, and I can tell he's attempting to ease my mind. There's apparently a bunch of reporters hanging around in front of Lilac Court. Josh just called to warn us it might be better if we wait a bit before returning home. Do you think they're friends of that guy, Andrea? Who knows? Paul, tell me what's going on. You're not in any danger, are you? I'm not exactly sure what's going on myself. He just seems to like following around veterinarians, I guess. Paul pauses to look at me and shrugs. Then he puts his arm around my shoulders. Shall we find something to do for a couple of hours? Okay. There must be some reason those reporters are following him around. Is he really being honest when he says he doesn't know? I glance over at Paul. He's pulling out his phone and appears to be using it to search for something. Maybe I can find a bar that's open late. No, although I wouldn't mind a few more drinks. I imagine you're tired after everything that's happened. Let's grab a hotel room. That way we can let our guard down and relax. It'll also give us a chance to talk. When he whispers that last suggestion in my ear, my heart begins to pound. Oh, I am gonna kill this boy. But I can. He's a Shall We Date character. What can I do? Paul ends up taking us to the most renowned hotel in Caldeo. I spent a moment gazing around our room in amazement. And you mentioned getting a room. I never imagined you'd pick this place. Don't tell me you don't like it. Just the opposite. It's fantastic, but I'm surprised you chose it out of the blue. You're surprised? Yes. Is it a pleasant surprise? Paul leans closer and smiles, and my cheeks immediately begin to burn. Of course it's a pleasant surprise, although I'm not sure how appropriate that is right now. You're right. This probably isn't the best time for pleasant surprises. But at least you can relax now, right? He quietly rests his hand on my shoulder. Well, I imagine those reporters will give up in a few hours. How shall we pass the time? A mischievous smile rises on his lips as he gazes into my eyes. Of course, I don't mind staying here all night. How can you joke around at a time like this? He has to know something about what's going on. I have to find out. Yay! Oh no, 12 minutes. Well, while this video uploads, I'll be doing the checkpoint. Bye, Shall We Date fans.